Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your September 2022 full moon reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Virgo and take a look at what energies this full moon in the sign of Pisces around September 10th, depending on your location, has in store for you. So just a friendly reminder, Virgo, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so we have your energy showing up here, Virgo. We also have Leo and we have Cancer. Now, you may have these placements in your chart, Virgo. You could be dealing with other people who have these placements in their chart, or you're just embodying the energies altogether. Now, Virgo, this full moon that lands on September 10th lands in your 7th house of committed partnerships. So you may be re-evaluating, re-examining, and reprioritizing what relationships are helping you grow, helping you strive. Because we also have Mercury in retrograde around the 9th of September. So it's a very important time for us to reevaluate our course, our path. Take a look at what is working and what is not. What can we release and what should we hang on to or create more of? Now you have this Leo energy, which talks about being humble. This is very important for you, Virgo. It says that regardless of any situation that comes in for you, that you can come from a place of love, that you're able to be humble about a situation here. You've evolved on that emotional level. So whether you're focusing on finances, whether you're focusing on career, health goals, family dynamics, you're coming from a place of that heart center versus maybe the ego center that sometimes we as humans get caught up in. And I really love this showing up for you because your next card is Virgo. This is you. Assess the situation. That's what Mercury retrograde is all about. I always say the first couple of letters, RE in retrograde, is all about revamping, revitalization, reorganizing, reevaluating, but most importantly, Virgo, relaxation and not letting things get or bring us down, not letting a miscommunication bring us down or one little sidestep. You're staying humble and you're staying in your lane. You're staying in your energy. I feel like any communication mishaps, you're clearing up. Now, again, with that 7th house of committed partnerships highlighted, it's a perfect time for you to take a look at equal give and take in all areas of your life. Can you ask for what it is that you need from a partner, from a business collaboration, from your children, from your parents, even for yourself? What are your health goals? Body, mind, and soul. They're talking about you being able to set new goals for yourself for the coming year. Also, it could be planning your future, whether this has to do with your retirement, whether it has to do with maybe a home, a move, or even a career relocation here. You may be looking at the higher perspective here and you're staying humble again about a situation. Now, very interesting. They're actually giving me the name Karen. Karen, I feel like there could be a Karen coming into your life. Now, I feel like it's the actual name. There may be a Karen, maybe that's you as well, but I feel like it could be a family member as well that I feel like you are giving good advice to, or there's positivity surrounding the healing or the dynamic around this situation. Please take that as it resonates. Now, your final card is Cancerian energy, pushing through any insecurities, pushing through fears, allowing yourself to stay in a place of humbleness, stay in a place of heart-centered energy here instead of that ego. And that's what I really love seeing for you, Virgo, because that can be a difficult task to do sometimes. Sometimes we do let our emotions or our feels, especially in retrograde, when things come back to kind of bite us and the you know what, when we're not expecting it, whether it's a trigger, whether it's an ex, whether it's a place, whether it's, a memory, whatever that is here, you're staying in a good spot, which I really like for you. Now let's take a look at where your energy is currently at. We'll take a look at what you'll be celebrating through this cycle here and how we can help you navigate through retrograde and the full moon. We'll get messages from your spiritual team as well as your untapped spiritual gifts, your strengths. We'll take a look at how you've grown. And lastly, action steps, Virgo, that you can continue to take on your soul's journey. And holy moly, what do we have here? You have the Awakening card. This is about you rising to the top. It's like that phoenix rising from the ashes here. This Judgment card is about changing your life for the better. I feel like you've been getting this card in many of your readings, the Judgment card, but I also sense the energy of a shift happening internally for you, Virgo. This is about an awakening, an evaluation here. You're finally healing some past trauma, some old wounds. You are taking this change into not just consideration, but you're actually creating the change within, which is happening in your outer world as well. You're seeing it manifesting in your outer world because you've chosen to see something from a brand new point of view. Excuse me. This Judgment card here is a forgiveness, a rite of passage, a rebirth sort of energy here, especially when it does come to your partnerships. There is a renewal happening here within you. And you may be judging the relationships around you and saying, okay, again, what is serving me? What is not? How can I change and create a better energy in my life? What can I give a second chance to? Some of you, there could be a revisiting of maybe an old job or something that you wanted to do as a small child. There could be a family member or an old lover. There may be somebody coming in for a revamp or saying to you, Virgo, I haven't seen you for quite some time, but I would really love to catch up. Or Virgo, I've noticed that you've really grown in your line of work and we weren't able to work together at a specific time, but now a position has opened up and we'd like for you to come work for us. So I'm kind of getting that second chance vibe, whether it is with an energy of the past or it's just you evaluating how far you've come up into this point and deciding to kind of veer off and take a new direction. A direction that brings more happiness, more success, and more positivity, but also, Virgo, requires change. And change can be scary, but you're staying in a place of being humble, so I'm not worried. You have double King energy showing up. This is wonderful. You have the Muse of Emotions, and you also have the Muse of Material. This is the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Not only are you focusing on your growth, your finances, this is emotional wealth and financial wealth. Congratulations, Virgo. You've come to, thank you, Spirit. They just gave me the point of no return, the point of no return, but you wouldn't want to return. You wouldn't want to necessarily take two steps back. So I feel like these new opportunities that are coming up for you, you may be deciding to say yes to them, but it's a brand new energy. So even though it may be a blast from the past or a second chance at something, you're hitting it from a different angle. And with that is bringing success. Now, the King of Cups says that either you have emotionally evolved in a situation, maybe someone else has too, or both of you are willing to take action to grow stability, but also emotional fulfillment. When this King of Cups comes in, this is someone who's very loving, very supportive, emotionally intelligent as well as patient. And patience is key here. You've been patient for quite some time. Now, the King of Cups can be emotionally distant until you prove to them that you're all in. And I feel like someone, especially when it comes to that partnership, someone may be coming in saying, I'll prove to you that I'm all in. Don't just take my word. My actions are finally aligning. Next, we have the King of Material, King of Pentacles, big boss energy, focusing on success, money, stability, abundance, climbing that ladder of financial security and wealth, but also, again, coming from a place of love. Some of you, this has to do with your career. It has to do with emotional wealth is actually creating physical, financial wealth, because you are walking a path. At times it seems like you may be alone, that you may be walking that lone path, but you've created a sense of stability that could have only came from you standing on your own 2 feet here. I mean, the King of Pentacles, he's a reliable leader. He's worked his way to the top here. He's been disciplined. He has had to work from the bottom up. And I feel like this is about you working smarter, not harder. It's also about you having your cake and eating it too. And it's about time, because you have your King of Cups here as well. So I'm really loving this energy, Virgo, for you. Let's take a look and see what your untapped spiritual gifts and greatest strengths are. So untapped gifts is something that you may have tapped into, but you may have not fully embraced it to its fullest potential. But by all means, you have double kings showing up here. So you may be really darn close, Virgo, to tapping into some gifts that you have. Now, what is your untapped gift? Oh gosh, I love this. The Star. The Star, Major Arcana. This is some powerful, powerful energy that you have here. The Star card is inspiration. It is hope. It is guidance, healing, positivity, peace. You're tapping into creating the life that you want for yourself, because you're healing any past judgments here. You're healing any past energies that may have broke you at times, or may have even transformed you into a brand new version of yourself. Because in the traditional tarot, the Judgment card has a bunch of coffins and a bunch of people coming up from the coffins. So it's like a piece of them is being reborn, because something of the past has died. Something of the past, they've shed their skin here, and there's a new version of themselves being born into the physical. And that's what I see happening for you, whether it's a business idea, a relationship, whether it's your own health. There's something that is coming from a place of love that you're seeing growing in the material world at this time. And the Star says you inspire other people as well. Other people may have been an inspiration to you, but now it's your time to inspire other people. So I love that this is showing up with the Star, because some of you may even be a star. You may be a rising star. You may be looking for fortune, for fame. This could also be about putting a high reputation out there. Untapped gifts, spiritual gifts. You may be using your emotion, your caregiving, empathetic, intuitive side to grow. And it may reach a lot of people, Virgo. If you're looking for that kind of success, that is untapped, something that you will, I feel, create in this lifetime. Some of you know that you maybe were an actor or an actress, or even royalty, or you had money in a past life. Some of you certainly are hitting and achieving that in this lifetime as well. But for some of you, you know, you could have had visions, you could have had dreams. It's interesting because they're giving me now that energy of like Marilyn Monroe in the white dress, where I feel like there's just an energy of bringing sparkle, bringing love to everything that she touches. Now, I just feel like you hold this energy within you of inspiring other people to live and lead from their best place, because you've been through the challenges just like she had in her life, many different struggles and challenges, but finally coming up on top. Now, some of you, Virgo, you certainly do have Leo in your chart. You may have Cancer in your chart as well, but there could be some strong Aries as well as Libra. So next here, your greatest strength: to stay inquisitive, to stay curious, to keep on learning about your soul's journey, your soul's path, to stay curious and open to others' motives, others' intentions, but also trusting in your own intuition here. I love the imagery on this Page of Swords. This Page of Swords is someone who's ready for a new challenge. They can be impulsive at times, but mostly they're very curious and they want to know about everything. They may be the one that asks the questions. And even if it's not physically asking questions, now you may have been the one in class that was raising your hand, or if you weren't, you may have had your head in a book, Virgo, where you were constantly maybe off in another land, or you're wanting to learn more about yourself through reading a lot of self-help books as well. But the Page of Voices is curious, they're open, and most importantly as well, They're always in search of the truth, search of new ideas. Now, some of you may be delivering messages to people about their beliefs or about staying inspired is what I'm getting here. I love this for you. There's many things that you came here, Virgo, in this life to achieve and to accomplish. There's not just one thing per se, but it's about doing many things that fulfill your soul's mission. And I feel you staying curious and staying open to tackling and sticking your finger in kind of all different pots here is going to bring you great success. So I love this showing up for you. Let's get messages from your spiritual team, Virgo, and see what your ancestors, your loved ones, your guides, your angels, your pets. Let's see what the universe has for you. Virgo, we have a child's love, we have synchronicity, and we have hope, which is that star card here. So right away, a child's love, and it says the love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. Thank you, Spirit. They're giving me the name. Now, it could be Peggy or Peggy Sue. It could be Sue and Peggy separately. I just heard Peggy or Peggy Sue, or there could be a PS as well that kind of goes together. Please take that as it resonates. Now, some of you have loved ones who have crossed over, whether parents, children, or siblings. And I feel like this is their way of letting you know that they're showing you synchronicities at this time, whether it is through rainbows, butterflies, songs or music, pennies, feathers. Pay attention, because I feel like your inner child as well as loved ones in spirit world are trying to get your attention at this time, because there is change coming in here, but also you have some really positive blessings coming your way. So I feel like you could be dreaming about others in your life. You could be having dreams about young children, and that's just a reminder for you to stay curious, stay open, have that beginner's mind as well about the new things showing up for you. We have synchronicities, and it says, are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence, Virgo. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help for a specific reason. Again, you have committed partnerships. Partnerships isn't just about intimacy and, love in that sense, romantic love. It's partnerships of all forms, whether these partnerships have crossed over to the other side or they're still here in the physical realm. You're connecting to partnerships, and you may be feeling that heart pull, that tug between you and other people, but also that tug towards your soul's purpose, your calling. So pay attention, because Spirit's trying to help you become more aware of the direction, because some of you at times feel lost. Some of you have a hard time trusting that intuition, but you are that hope piece. You bring hope to the lives of other people. And it says hope. Your loved ones in the spirit world know when to reach out if they see you're at that lower point. Whether you're caught up in a difficult situation or struggling with someone specific, there's always hope. So know that you're not alone here. And I am feeling that star energy coming through, because the star is that energy of promising hope, healing, guidance, positivity, and peace. So don't give up here. Whatever your dreams are, Virgo, they are going to manifest. But sometimes we have to go through soul lessons that can be challenging. They can be painful. They can hurt us. They can leave us feeling disappointment. But our soul came here to evolve. So remember, everything that you're going through, you knew about prior to coming into this lifetime. And I feel like the right people are coming in to help you get to that next level, whatever that next level looks like to you. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. Now let's take a look and see what your soul really wants you to ask at this time to help you grow, to help you thrive in the face of difficulties, challenges, or even adversity. This is something I recommend jotting down on a sticky note or just keeping with you, so you can ask yourself throughout the month of September and beyond, if you'd like, am I consistently showing up Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, Virgo, even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. Today's soul action: journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals. Then show up. It reminds me of a card that is in the Wisdom of the Oracle. It says, if you want to be a famous musician, you must practice every day. If you want to be a writer, you must write every day. If you want to be an actress, you must practice and put yourself out there every day. Whatever your dreams are, whether it is, maybe it's love, maybe it's creating that family dynamic, maybe it's moving to the beach, perhaps it's, even playing an instrument, no matter how small or how large, showing up and being consistent for the things that you want more of in your life, and your overall vision is really the key here for you, Virgo. And I sense that you are pushing through any insecurities and you will consistently show up. If there were people in the past that told you, Virgo, you will never amount to that, you can't make a living off that, or you'll never be able to come back from that, I feel like you are going to prove everyone wrong, Virgo. You are going to not only prove all of the haters wrong, or the family members or friends that told you you couldn't, or the exes. You're going to actually prove yourself, because your belief in it alone is what is the catalyst. And you staying humble, you assessing the situation and saying, how can I look at it from that point of view? How can I continuously show up for what it is I want to create in my life? So I love this energy for you. Now let's take a look and see how you've grown. How have you grown, Virgo? Because I sense that with double king energy and judgment, you've grown a lot. Justice. There's that Libran energy I was feeling earlier. Oop. So the Justice card, I feel like a lot of you have been in maybe a karmic cycle, whether it was a karmic cycle due to finances. Sometimes we have to find the duality in our soul. Sometimes we go into a life being very, very rich, and we know what it's like to be rich. And then in another life, we have to find that duality of maybe scarcity or poverty consciousness or less than. So there is a duality, but I feel like there is a karmic cycle that you've completed, or a lesson here with the Justice energy, that's allowing you a second chance to bring more harmonious energy into the mix. Now, this could also be about a marriage or a messy divorce that you had been through. I feel positivity around this Justice. This is about good karma coming back in. You've put out good, you've paid the dues, so to speak. You're getting a second chance at either love, a second chance at career, a second chance to find a home, second chance to start a family, a second chance at your life. Some of you maybe have had what are they called? NDE, near-death experience. Some of you have had close calls with cancer. You've lost loved ones. Maybe you weren't able to start a family for quite some time, or some of you may be widowed. I mean, we go through everything under the moon, right? That's why we come here to evolve. And I'm just sensing here that there's balance coming into an area of your life that has felt maybe a little chaotic for quite some time, Virgo. And the Justice energy is about equality and fairness. It's about truth. If you've been dealing with any legalities, I feel like things will be settled. This is also Judgment energy, which you have that awakening. So this is saying that you have reaped what you've sowed, or you will reap what you've sowed here. So I'm just feeling more balance coming in, but also Justice is card 11, which is about your soul purpose. You've definitely learned how to be humble. Thank you, Spirit. You've learned how to be humble through difficulties that you've been through. Some of you may have judged quite harshly in the past other people, but you're recognizing now that judgment wasn't the way. That judgment didn't get you anywhere. Or you may have been judged harshly by loved ones or by family members. And wow, a lot of cards came out here. I'm going to actually look at them and just take a look and see where you're coming from here, because this is how you've grown. But also action steps that you can take to continue on your path. Stay open to new inspiration. You have the Page of Inspiration, Page of Wands. I feel like you can stay curious. Let the ego to the side, which you have. You may also have plenty of opportunities for growth, for maturity. If you were very impulsive in the past, Virgo, or if you tended to kind of jump feet first, I feel like you're doing it now with a place of trusting in that intuition, but staying humble at the same time. So there's a balance, excuse me, a balance within this energy. You've carried a lot over the years. 10 of Wands, 10 of Inspiration. You've taken on a lot. You've carried a lot of heavy burdens. But the good news is here, in order for you to continue moving forward, I feel like you're realizing that you don't have to fix everyone along the way, that you don't have to shoulder the burdens of your parents, of your siblings, of your lovers, of your children, that everybody has their own soul purpose. And this is allowing you, Virgo, to live a life that you are saying, I'm number one, I'm first. You've carried a lot though, and you've shouldered a lot. The High Priestess, trusting in your own intuition. This is huge. The High Priestess is all about silence, inner wisdom, paying attention to the inner insight, gut feelings. This is dreams, symbols, synchronicities, which we see here. So continue listening. You will continue to grow. Ace of Voices, Ace of Swords. There's going to be a breakthrough moment. I feel like there already has been, but you may receive news coming in that you've been waiting on. This can be about a new understanding that you have within, but what you're doing is you're finding solutions, Virgo, to any challenges, obstacles, or problems that you've faced in the past. Two of Cups. What does that mean? That's important partnerships. Full moon energy here. Committed partnerships. Yes. So I feel like you are attracting the right people to come in and kind of help you out, but there will be a decision to make. You have the Two of Voices. So I feel like you're going to allow your heart to kind of navigate, but you will still kind of balance that analytical or logical mind. But I feel like ultimately you're going to ask yourself, what would love do? And you're going to lead forward with keeping your heart open and being humble instead of shutting down or letting ego come into the mix here. We also have Five of Cups, and lastly, the Muse of Inspiration, King of Wands. Now the Five of Cups is about finally allowing yourself to get out of a grief space, or allowing yourself to open up after a time of maybe needing forgiveness, feeling disappointed, feeling betrayed, or even feeling a little bit of regret for the things that have happened prior. But I feel like you've grown, and the King of Wands is here to say you're taking charge of your destiny. You have three kings out here, but you're definitely taking charge of your destiny. I feel like a lot of you are spiritual influencers, motivational speakers. Maybe you've started a YouTube channel. You may be a guide, a mentor, a coach. I feel that some of you are definitely climbing that spiritual ladder, but also the material ladder as well. And you're connecting with the right people, whether in your professional or personal life. I feel like you're getting past the old, whatever left you feeling a little bit left out or cold, you're opening your heart up to. You're going to lead with your hearts. And I feel like you're going to stay curious. You're going to listen to your intuition, and you are going to move forward in an exciting new energy here. So I just love this for you, Virgo. And last but not least, let's take a look and see what final message is coming in from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And for those of you that would like if you're interested in any of the decks that you see used during your reading, you can find all of that information in the description box below. And we have TikTok, which is all about divine timing. There's something here that you may be waiting to hear, communication, hear news. Now you do have page energy showing up here a couple of times, so I feel like you can expect news even after the full moon. If not around the full moon, that's going to allow the clarity that you need and that you seek to push through. You'll be assessing. Some of you may hear about two opportunities. There could be two people coming maybe from the past that you hear from. It could be completely separate. One may be professional, one could be personal, but they're giving me two here. Now, TikTok is all about timing. Again, you may be thinking at this time that something that you've worked for, it's about time to make it happen. It's the timing is now. The timing is right. I feel like you're putting something out there and you're ready because something you've had to learn, you've had to endure. Maybe there's been a never-ending cycle for you, but I feel like your hands are open. You can see in this card that his hands are open. He has the time, but something's about to take off in that hot air balloon. And I feel like whatever it is that you've been either waiting on, checking your time clock, your watch, whether symbolically or figuratively here, I feel like something's about to take off and you're going to receive news. It could even be around 10:08 as well. You can see the clock is at that 10:08, but there could be something around 10 a.m. or even 10 p.m. for some of you. But I am sensing that you're going to hear news that may shift, alter, or change your life in a very big way, Virgo. So that is what I have for you. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And I am sending all of you Virgos tons of love and light. Thank you so much for tuning in.